Chris, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. So quickly, I'm just gonna go over exactly what I do. I asked if you guys can handle more jobs, more referrals, more leads this month because I'm looking to partner with a roofing company in the next in the coming month. So my name is Joel Fosa. I do local SEO. So I'm not selling these leads for a company or anything of that nature. What I do is I run ads. So you see the ads here. For example, I'll get an ad to rank at the very top of Google for, let's say, this phrase, roofer in Connecticut. As you can see, it's searched 720 times a month. And the cost per click, if I were to click on this, it would cost them $15 or less, because the further up you are, the further up your advertisement is, the cheaper it's going to be. On average, it's about $15. If you're at the very bottom of this page, like these ads here, it's going to cost more than $15. And the reason that happens is not because someone's spending more, but because someone's website is optimized correctly for Google to understand what it's about and the services you deliver. So we can arrange a mutually beneficial cost per lead. I wouldn't charge for any leads that don't want to move forward, that are not interested in your services. They just maybe want more information. And also, I also run call only ads for emergency roofing services. So, for example, if you want to get service emergency roofing jobs near your location, we can do that as well. So I plug this phrase into another tool that pretty much shows me other phrases closely related and the search volume for those phrases and the cost to advertise. So if you didn't want to service the entire state of Connecticut because of the volume, we can focus on a local area. We can focus on your neighboring cities, towns, and get you more jobs. So that's one thing, paying per lead. The second service I provide is local SEO, and that's where I turn your website into pretty much a lead generator for your business. So you won't ever need to depend on anyone for referrals or more business. So, for example, I plugged your website into a tool here called Ahrefs, and it pretty much shows me the anatomy of your website and exactly what I need to do to get you to the top. So, what I'm looking at here are the phrases your website are showing up on Google for. So you show up in position 2 for your brand name. Let's go down a bit. So Windsor Roofing, this is a profitable term. You're showing up on page 4 for this term. Roofing Windsor, you're showing up on page 5 for this term. And you see the search volume. People are searching this 150 times a month. People are searching this specific phrase 70 times a month. And these are all profitable terms. Hartford South Roofing, you're on page 6 here. It's being searched 20 times a month. If we go down, commercial roofing, if you want to take on more commercial jobs, is being searched 40 times a month. You're on page 8 for this. And this is the amount of people that come to your site based on where you're ranking and the search volume. So you see 0 people are coming to your site because you're on page 8. If you also continue, it will go back up. For Hartford South Roofing, 20 people search it, but because you're on page 6, no one comes to your site. Windsor Roofing, Roofer Windsor, it's being searched 40 times a month, but 0 people come to your site. I'm just going to keep going real quick. Roofer Windsor, so it's being searched 150 times, 0 people are coming to your site because you're on page 5. So this is pretty much proof. Here you see you're on page 4 and you're getting someone to come to your site for a very short amount of time. That's why you see the decimal. So the decimal means someone comes to your website and leaves in less than 30 seconds. And if you see decimals here, this is pretty much the same thing. It's because your page is far back, and if people don't know your brand, which some people do here, the search volume for your brand is with you on position 2. About every month, about maybe 4 people come to your site, and you can see them the metrics here. It says volume, traffic, and your position. These are all profitable terms, and by me having this data, I know exactly what to do to get you on page, let's say page 2, page 1. Your phone's going to be ringing more, but that's only if you can handle more jobs and consistently. So you may ask how much this costs. I run a performance-based model, so we start you very low because these pages, it won't take much work for me to move the needle, for me to move your site up the ranks. So I'll start you very low. Let's say, for example, start you at 500 a month, and then when I get you to page 4, 600 a month. When I get you to page 3, 700 a month. So you see, so I can show you proof that my system works. I also offer a 60-day money-back guarantee if you don't see substantial increase, which you will. And I also offer no contract. And I can offer these 2 benefits. And the no contract is so you don't feel tied down to something that's not working in case you're not satisfied, which won't be the case. But I can offer these 2 benefits because my system works 100%. I know what I'm doing with search engine. I specialize in it because I'm an independent consultant. I'm focusing on you. I'm not an agency looking to just make a bunch of sales and do minimum work. So that's that. We can also mix both because SEO, this stuff takes time. It takes time for pages to move up. So to get you on page 1 for your main, let's say the main service area you service, it could take 6 months to a year. It could take less. It could take a little more. It's all up to Google. But I can tell you this, once these are all on page 1, you're going to have jobs, endless amount of jobs for the years to come. Your website is going to be the salesman. And that being said, if you're interested in moving forward, one thing I want to tell you is that because this would take time, we can also run advertisements in your local area or any location you want to service outside of your local area. And before moving forward, we definitely set up a video call if you're interested, or a regular call to discuss any objections you may have, any questions you may have, because I want you to fully understand what you're paying for. And one last thing I'm going to show you here is probably the most important thing to Google. Google needs to understand what your website is about. So this is a topic analyzer. So every website has a topic, and it's defined by the H1, header 1, and the header 2. So as you can see here, just to keep it real brief, not technical, Google doesn't understand the main topic of your website, and it doesn't understand the subtopic because they neither exist on your website. So, I have a bunch of tools and resources that will guarantee skyrocketing your rankings all up the pages. And if you want to move forward, please let me know.